moist the air as I walk through, because this message is going to be crazy. This message is going to be, it's going to touch on some things. This message is going to hit better than a sandwich at 3 a.m. It doesn't need chips. It's just good by default. Now, I was chilling, hanging out, having fun. Someone said, someone meaning a couple of people actually. A couple of people, just a couple. You know, a couple. Not the couple that when you say a couple of people at the party and it's actually 3 million. It's a couple of people meaning 2. Dimitri, you say the same thing. You say, and I thought to myself, I said, this would be perfect. Because some people I don't talk to, and they may think the same things, don't say anything. So, I said, I do. They said, you just keep saying the same thing over and over again. It just, I mean, you may say it slightly differently or whatever, but you say the same thing. I stopped. I said, well, isn't that truth? I'm not saying that, you know, isn't that truth in a arrogant way? Saying like, well, I mean, isn't that truth? And then down in them saying, you don't walk in truth. I just said, well, I mean, you're so used to being, I mean, I think that society has been so used to trying to flip things and make things interesting that they flip things so much that when someone actually is saying the same thing and repeating themselves and doing that, it becomes monotonous. Same old. But then when somebody says something and then flips it, they say that's a liar, or that's I can't trust that person, or whatever. So it's like they're just juggling around. And if you do say the same thing over and over again, somebody comes and says you say the same thing over and over again. Sometimes people get tricked out of themselves. Like and then the person says, "I do," and they switch it up and they say, "See, I told you weren't that." Good God Almighty. They controlled you. Now, this is a chair leg. This is the chair seat. We can call this chair top. This is a whole chair. Watch this. Stop being a chair. You're a chair every day, and you need to be something else. You're just a chair. All you do is just be something else. You do the same thing every day. Did it change? Watch how powerful this is. Well, since it didn't change, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a seat. What you just do, Dimitri? I just accepted that it's a chair. It didn't change, so I can now trust it and sit down on it. Let me go to the tree. Let me go get some, hold on real quick. Because the tree gives oxygen. And we need to, I'm going to bless the tree real quick. So listen, stop being trees. Stop being trees, stop growing. Did it move? No. Therefore, I can trust it. So, point is, if you have stood your ground and you are who you are, you say, this is who I am, or this is my truth, or whatever, you don't move, people going to have to accept it. Because you ain't moving. That message was so powerful. The string will float. It was just floating in the wind, and it stopped. It just sat on my hat and said, let me peep this out real quick. Where did it even come from? The string. Good God. Oh, I need some wood. I have a guitar. Blessings.